now we're gonna go over how to use a back kick in actual free sparring. So this could be a back kick, it could also be a backside kick, it could also be a whip kick. All three of these are they're interchangeable for this specific scenarios that we're about to go over. They're gonna be completely interchangeable. You can do any of those three, however you see fit. So the first one that we're gonna do is I'm in this fighting stance, right? My opponent, for whatever reason, is going off towards, and they're starting to circle towards my back. Maybe I just did something that caused me to land, and now I'm not completely orientated, and now my opponent's going that way. So that's going to facilitate me to do a back spinning type of kick. So let me first go over the little mechanics of what's going on here. So if I'm in a fighting stance, not a Taekwondo sparring stance, this is a Taekwondo sparring stance, remember, we're bladed off. I'm in a fighting stance. You can see both of my feet. In order for me to do a back kick or some sort of a spinning kick, I'm going to have to get my feet in line, especially for a back kick. I'll have to step over to get my feet in line, and then I turn, and then I can shoot it straight down the pipe. So whenever we're in this sort of a stance, it makes it more difficult for me to do that sort of a kick without showing my opponent. If I was standing here and I step, my opponent sees, oh wow, they just stepped really big across the center line, they're probably going to do a kick. So what we're doing is with this scenario, we're taking the step out because our opponent is actually doing that step for us. So I'm going to orientate this way. So now my back kick is going to go that way. If you look at the way that my legs are orientated, there's nothing impeding me. When I was here, I can't. My legs are impeding themselves. But when I'm here and I'm kicking this direction, because my opponent moved, it's already setting me up for that back kick or that backside kick or that whip kick, whatever of those that I want to throw based off of the scenario. But my legs are becoming in the correct position based off of my orientation to my opponent, not something that I have to do. So I'm not giving the telegraph, they're giving me the opportunity. So I want you to keep that in mind when we're doing this. So the first one again is my opponent is circling towards the back. I go and just turn, and it makes the back kick much easier. I don't have to turn all the way around. Again, it could be a whip kick, so if he wants to come this way and I throw it high, I can go for a whip kick. I can also go for the back side kick. So we have all of those options. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step towards the outside so you can see my opponent doing this as well. I step here, boom. Maybe I run off to the side, boom. Maybe he wants to throw a whip kick, boom. A lot of the time it's going to be your opponent is walking into that kick. They don't know it unless you've already demonstrated this a few times. So don't do this constantly, or else your opponent's going to, oh, every time I go this way, he does that. So we don't want to teach our opponents our tricks, but whenever you feel like you can catch them off guard, go ahead and do so. So that's going to be the first one, is just when our opponent is walking towards the back side. Now the next one is going to be off of a failed attempt on our part. So again, we're not telegraphing anything because I'm not going to step across in order to do my back kick, but I failed to do, let's say it could be a front leg push kick or a front leg side kick. Maybe I was trying to close the distance and my opponent came off. Oh, I did a front leg side kick, but look, I'm now in that position. He's behind me. He's in the perfect position for me to do a back kick. So I want to be able to recognize the scenario. So again, I'm going to do this one with the front leg push kick. I come in, I missed, boom, and then I come right there with that back kick. Now I'm going to go ahead and let my partner demonstrate this. So as he comes in with that front leg push kick, I move, and then it opens him directly up for that back kick. Now let's say he's not going to do a front leg push kick this time, he's going to do a front leg side kick. Same thing. So because he missed the kick, and I went towards the back, that's what gave the opportunity. So I want you to think of this as not set in stone. It has to be a front leg push kick. It could be a front leg push kick. It could be a front leg side kick. It could be a front leg roundhouse kick that I still happen to move out of the way. And now I'm in that position. So it's really about your opponent's orientation towards you. And that's what makes this technique great. Now another one, just to throw out some ideas. So now maybe I have my switch stance and I'm going to do a rear leg push kick. Maybe I'm really trying hard to just knock this guy over with a push kick, and he moves, boom. I come with that back kick or backside kick or hook kick, whatever one you want. Again, I come in, boom, boom. Hit him right in the face with that. Whatever you want to do on that, it's going to be the same thing. So now if my opponent does that, he has his rear leg, and now he decides to throw that power kick, that power push kick or side kick or whatever he wants to throw in that straight line, and I move offline, boom, he can hit me. So he just threw that back side kick. Now maybe he wants to throw a whip kick after this one. Boom, boom. He's got that nice whip kick. And a lot of the times when people move towards their opponent's back, they feel safe. So whenever my opponent, he's going to go slow. He's not going to do the second kick. Good. So a lot of people, they feel safe here. They're like, whoa, I got my opponent's back. That's what I've always been trained to do. Now I can do whatever I want. And then, oh man, he throws this kick. I felt so great about myself because I got to the back and he capitalized on it. So that's going to be the idea, is we're not, even when we're in a position that normally isn't as good, we still have options, and this is a really good option for a nice, powerful kick that can be used to counter a lot of things and can be set up in a lot of different ways.